This is an open letter to Black America from Unity Ministers. We love you, and we embrace our responsibility to eradicate racism. It is our divine appointment to stand with you.
To see you.
To hear you.
To listen.
To be in conversation with you.
To be with your anger without judgment.
To know your sacred worth.
To acknowledge my privilege.
To take responsibility.
To confront complacency.
To back my words with action. Palabras con acción.
To be accountable for effecting change in my community.
To support Black-owned businesses.
To be a bender of the arc of the moral universe that bends toward justice.
To demand the end of police brutality.
To use my voice and my vote to end systemic racism.
To hold you and our country in prayer.
To be a call to action.
To be a voice for justice.
To be a voice for unity.
In this constantly changing world, life and personal values can seem more than a little unstable. Just when you think you have it all figured out, then everything changes. Sometimes life can seem overwhelming. Well, the good news is you can change your life. You have within you the power to learn how to flow with the changes and smooth out the bumps of life. You can experience the joy, peace, health, and abundance you deserve. You were created to be happy and productive. That urge to grow and express yourself was put there for a reason. Learn the spiritual principles that can help you not just to survive, but thrive in this changing world. At Unity, we'd like to help you do just that.
Imagine a spiritual path that honors the universal truths in all religions, that sees we are all one. Imagine a movement that respects each person's right to choose their spiritual path. Imagine a spiritual movement that empowers and unites rather than divides. This is Unity. For more than a century, Unity has offered a positive, practical, and progressive approach to understanding and applying the teachings of Jesus and other spiritual masters.
Welcome to the Unity of Chicago South Beyond Wall Spiritual Community Sunday Celebration live stream. We are simultaneously live streaming on various platforms. Previous celebrations are available on YouTube at Unity OCS. Thank you for bringing your consciousness to this space.
Compassion. Sunday, February 12, 2023, Daily Word. Acts of loving compassion build my strength. Whether in my community or across the world, many people face hardships. As a member of the human family, I am inspired to undertake compassionate action and help, however I can. Sometimes just a prayerful thought or a simple blessing can make a powerful difference in someone's life. Other times, I may be able to take more direct action. I may listen to someone deeply as they share the concerns of their heart, or I may volunteer to drive them somewhere or complete errands for them. Regardless of the form my compassionate action takes, I am motivated to be of sacred service, to bring the love and care of God into manifest form through my decisive action. When he went ashore, he saw a great crowd summer, and he had compassion for them and cure their sick. Matthew 14 verse 14.
quantum roar of life. It is constant. It is a constant roar that goes and expands way beyond the linear concept into a multi-dimensionality of everlasting love. How blessed is this existence of life, potentiality assigned to this planet Earth over 1 billion years ago for the purpose of building a beautiful earthly planet that is exhibiting phenomenal glimpses of what is to come, based on our perseverance and how we see things. However, life is so magnificent and endowed with this precious grace to grow consciousness necessary to embrace and resolve multiple encounters created by the mind, mankind. Our greater source is in constant review of the divine growth process. The source is allowing our inner eyes of our soul to see the coming of the new world. Like a seedling that's blown by the wind and carried into the earth, it may take a while to match the chemistry and the culture and the nestling environment to reach its potentiality. Therefore, the roar of life is consistent. When we review the functionality of humanity, we see life being blessed with a golden opportunity to grow, which can take unlimited calculations for the heart, the human heart, and the brain to understand the glorious power of light within. This is often hidden and entangled with emotional energy that causes interferences sometimes with our recognition of the roar of life that continues to vibrate within each of us, whether we are consciously aware or not. So self, as we examine our profound relationship with the divine quantum roar of life, we can respect the ongoing desire to understand the connectivity to the essence of oneness energy. Our assignment for the mission of humanity is designed to allow us to receive informational energies based on our readiness and intent to apply to our purpose. So, self, as we step up to the plate to purge and burn and cleanse for the new years, we are exploring the need to release and transform energy of debris into oxidation and synchronicity and attunement into higher elevation of consciousness. We continue to seek the master's level of managing our journey. We can learn to take charge and gain higher reflection for ourselves and others, and learn to better understand how our light dissipates darkness, and how to manage plagues of anxiety and depression that are only expressed with the power of our allowance. And how do we become synchronized and filled with mindfulness, compassionate energies of wisdom to accompany our journey of life? We may see our life as a pinhead in the ocean, yet the multidimensionality embraces that pinhead with energy of infinity. So self, let's continue to meld our human spirit in compliance with the profound quantum roar of life. Gratitude and praise to all who are filled with the gift to share power and universal truth with the world. Our universes of oneness knows each of us and the intended contribution to the earth's spiritual architecture. Our light symbolizes our faith. Revelation always moves in divine order as we dance to the tune and orchestrated chemistry of light creation.
Thank you in advance for supporting the Unity of Chicago South Spiritual Community mission to provide the message, Be Better to Do Better, with the financial support you contribute. And please share our work on your social media.
Welcome, 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 and welcome again. This is Reverend R. Ken, and you are here with us at Unity of Chicago South, Beyond Walls, online community. Let me start off by thanking Reverend Bonnie for that cosmic affirmation that she shared with us for the Burning Bowl, and that we re-aired here because we thought it would have so much powerful impact on us as the year is still in the early stages. And you are here in this space, and I'm glad that you decided to bring your consciousness of love here with us today. Excuse me. This is where we are. Wow. Okay. This is a place where we share the universal truth that there is a infinite source available to everyone. It's there for each who seek it, no matter their race, their gender, or their religion. You can believe what you may. Comes, and all is well, and well indeed. Today's poem is brought to us by someone very familiar to all of us, I'm sure, Maya Angelou, and it's called Touched by an Angel. We unaccustomed to courage, exiles from delight, live coiled in shells of loveliness, a loneliness, until love leaves its high, holy temple and comes into our sight. Baby, what? Would you come here and say what you said? Lost value. Okay. Understand there's an issue with the volume. Let's see if we can address that. Testing 1, 2. We have volume going out. Okay, it sounds like we have our volume up again. I have no idea what that was all about. Understand after I started coughing, I coughed the volume away. Let's go on with our. It's good. Let's go on with our poem from Maya Angelou, and as she says that the love, she's talking about love that liberates us, and that it has to come from off of its high. Okay, so we, unaccustomed to courage, exiles from delight, have lived coiled in shells of loneliness until love leaves its high, holy temple and comes into our sight to liberate us into life. Love arrives, and its train comes ecstasy, old memories of pleasure, ancient histories of pain. Yet, if we are bold, love strikes away the chains of fear from our souls. We are weaned from our timidity. In the flush of love's light, we dare be brave. And suddenly we see that love costs all we are and will ever be. Yet, it is only love which sets us free. Only love which sets us free. Wow. Valentine's Day is coming up. And Valentine's Day is really a human day of material expression that's shown through cards and candy and chocolate and Cupid. And at its best, these tangible acts are deep expressions of personal love or sentiment. Yet let us know that there is a special energy felt when we are able to share the words Happy Valentine's Day with friends, family, or partner. So it is a joy to extend to you happy pre-Valentine's Day wishes. Today, the focus is the source of love that becomes personalized into expression through the human experience. Today, the focus is the source of love that becomes personalized into expression through the human experience. Now, to better understand the love source, we move beyond the dictionary definition of love. You could say we move beyond the agape form many of us have chased in an effort to express it in a personal way. You see, we seek to better understand source love, and maybe in this seeking we can become better expressors of that unadulterated divine energy that Bonnie talked about earlier. Maybe we can better understand our roles as vessels to carry and purveyors to share not only that wonderful personalized love, but that divine source love also. You see, personalized love is usually connected to someone or something. But source love is an aspect of the human that is delivered in each of our DNA packages when we arrive. From psychologytoday.com, we learned that altruism, cooperation, and caring for the vulnerable is what made us, is what makes us as species very unique. And it goes on to say that it is empathy and cooperation, not self-interest and competition that drove our psychological, cognitive, linguistic, cultural, social, and technological evolution. Now, I want to stop here for a moment and just say, with everything that's going on, when we look out at the people that should be the leaders of this country, there seems to be a lack of this human compassion that is not based on competition, but based on cooperation. So therefore, it could be said that these leaders show a lack of love. Co-founder of Unity, Charles Fillmore, in his revealing word, he gives this definition, these ideas he shares about love. In divine mind, love is the power that joins and binds in divine harmony the universe and everything in it. Seeing love as the great harmonizing principle known to man. That's what he feels about love. This is what he wrote about love, that it is the great harmonizing principle, the greatest. Yes. He goes on to say, divine love is impersonal. It loves for the sake of loving. It's different from our Valentine love. As the revealing word continues, it's not concerned with what or who it loves. No. In Scripture, 1 John 1 John 4:18 says this: there is no fear in love. There is no fear in love. There is no fear in love. But perfect love casts out fear. For fear has to do with punishment. And whoever fears has not been perfected in love. It is fear that drives humans to disregard what psychology today describes as our nature of altruism, cooperation, and caring for the vulnerable. Fear. Again, look back at those leaders. It is not love, but they fear the loss of power. They fear the loss of possessions. They fear. But within them, even within them, there is source love that could turn them around if they chose. This caring for the vulnerable is one of those aspects of source love that makes our species unique. That same fear is really a strain on our humanity, or on our uniqueness, not as individuals, but as a species. Yet it is as Maya Angelou said, as she wrote that poem about courage of living from source love. Living from source love. She says, and suddenly we see that love costs all we are and all we will ever be, but yet it is only love which sets us free. So the hatred and the fear that is holding them to the things that they fear. We weren't getting political today. This is pre-Valentine's Day, but that's the truth of the matter. But more importantly, it works the same with us. It is our fear that holds us to whatever it is that we fear. We cannot love it on our own, but we can use the source love. We can release the source love onto it to set ourselves free. See, this freedom that we're talking about, it requires losing the fear that can come with the idea of developing our love nature just for the sake of loving. What does that mean? Well, I cannot love people. We have leaders that say, I cannot love people just for loving them. They have to give me something. They have to do something. They have to conform some way to what I believe should be. And we have the same issue. That we sometimes cannot get into that mode where everything's good, everything's love, because we're trying to do it ourselves with our personal love as opposed to releasing ourselves, releasing the energy of the source love which is within us. Perfect love perfected wipes out fear. Remember scripture. Now, with the diminished fear, we move closer to our natural state. Our natural state, think about that. The natural state is the love that the source has placed in us at our creation. And as we move into that natural state, we move into a state of being a vessel for source love and a purveyor of impersonal love. Science of Mind founder Ernest Holmes defines the science of love as the mathematical necessity that thoughts of love shall heal fear, heal hate, and heal confusion. Now, how do we say that in a way that works for us, that we can use it today, tomorrow, and the next day? Another way of saying that is something that we've heard before, that one thought consciously occupying and active in the mind generates and guides the manifestation of itself. Woo, wow. So I cannot love and hate at the same time. Those are two thoughts. So Holmes is telling us that when we are able to grasp and allow source love to be our focus, it moves all things that are against it out of the way. See, the more focus on divine love, the less room for fear to reside, simply put. This focus building, though, it requires a commitment. It requires a commitment to freeing source love and launching it into our daily life experience. Freeing, I don't have to go get anymore. I got to go get some more love. I got to go find somebody to love. I got to have some love. No, it's freeing, working to free the love, the source love that's already there, that came with us when we came, and allowing it to move into our daily experience. Spiritual love and trust must travel together. We have to trust the fact that if I allow this love everybody, everything, all the time, that it's going to be okay, that I'm not going to be a wimp, that I'm not going to be a sucker, that people are not going to take advantage of me, because it's not you doing the loving, it's not me doing the loving, it's the source of us which is already implanted in us, our soul, that does the loving, and it can take care of itself. It knows how to move and maneuver and maneuver, as my uncle used to say. That trust and that love, that spiritual love. Not my personal love, spiritual love, because it's wise, it has wisdom, it has understanding. We talked about that last week. So it's trusting the spiritual love, knowing that it's traveling with the wisdom and understanding, and that's what grows a consciousness that's focused on source love more than it is the situation which represents the fear. So how do we do it? That sounds wonderful, Reverend R. How do we do it? You're just talking that metaphysical mumbo jumbo. Well, we have to reduce the dependence on the outer and increase the focus and expectation on that greater than power which is within us. Huh? So we have to, yeah, it's still there. Whatever it is, it's still there. But I'm going to turn my energies, I'm going to turn my focus on the love that is within me, the seed of love that's within me. And I'm going to focus on that. I'm going to trust that that seed already knows how to dissolve, to move whatever it is that's out here. Because you know the rest of that. Saying we do this in the form of a harmonizing, healing presence, recognizing that it exists within you and within me already. It's a presence with the power to cleanse and purify any condemnation or hate that we harbor. Releasing the healing, comforting, guiding, redeeming, illuminating energy of source love. So as I focus on it, it's not my prayer, oh God, please love me, please love that, please love that. It's you are there. You are there. I trust you are there. I understand that you will do the work if I let you free. I'm no longer afraid to let you free. Because our work is to work. Our work is to really build a trust, a true love consciousness. And that action, that true love consciousness, that action provides the platform to set you, to set me, to set anyone free. Whew. Helping us to evolve to being to becoming what we already are, a stronger vessel and a giving purveyor. Wow. This love power, this super love is all right, huh? Wouldn't mind having some, wouldn't you? You have it already. You see, I see the power in you. I see the source coming through. Because your source is love, so are you. So I say to you, thank you so much for being here today, and for the Unity of Chicago South Beyond Walls Spiritual Community. Thank you for sharing your consciousness and your presence. This is Reverend R. Ken saying, be brave and share our presence here on Sundays with your social circle. Let others know what you know, that this is the place to come to. God bless. Namaste.